You don't have to show this. I'm just stressing the wheel a little bit. And I'm old, so I need help getting up. Don't laugh at me. It's not funny, it's sad. So what I plan on doing, or what I'm going to do, is build a rear wheel. I've got 24 spokes, I've got a bunch of nipples, I've got a hub, I've got a rim. When I'm done, this is all going to be one rear wheel. I've got the spoke lengths calculated for this type of hub I've got, and the rim, and the number of crosses. It's going to be 87 or 287 millimeters on the non-drive side, 285 millimeters on the drive side. That just tells me the spoke length so that when I'm lacing it up, I get the right side correct and the left side correct. I'm going to cut the first set of spokes, the non-drive at 287. Just line everything up here. And I'll grab some spokes. Get this out of the way. And now I'm going to start cutting. Cuts to the length and threads all in one rotation. So it's a pretty slick little machine here. I have all these cut. So what I'm going to do now is put spoke prep on them, which basically helps the nipple stay tight. It's kind of like Loctite, but not really that extreme. It just keeps the spokes on there. I'll let those dry. I'll cut the drive side at 285. This is the wheel. When I hold the wheel here, this is the drive side, this is the non-drive side. If I put my spokes on the wrong way, then I'll use the shorter spokes on the longer side and the longer spokes on the shorter side. So I have to make the mental note of putting the non-drive side on the non-drive side and the drive side on the drive side. First spoke, that's the one that can really screw up your wheel. If you don't put it in the right spot on the rim, it screws everything up. So the way I taught myself to build wheels was the first spoke goes in on the left side of the valve. Silver spoke, black nipple. And now you can't screw up. Every other hole, we're doing inbound spokes first. Skip 3 holes. 1, 2, 3. Let's get them started. All right, so the first set of non-drive side inbound spokes. Now we're going to go to the drive side, which we always start at the valve. This time we're going to go to the right of the valve with our black spokes. And silver nipples. As long as you've done everything right the first time around, you're really all of the hard part's done as far as putting your spoke in the right hole. All right, and now we have the drive side spokes in. And here's our valve. What we're going to do now is twist the hub. It's a Chris King hub, so it's really tight at the J-bend portion. All right. Now we're doing the outbound spokes. Inbound spokes, pretty similar or pretty self-explanatory. The spoke went in, J-bend's on the outside. Outbound spokes go this way. Spokes going out. This is a 2 cross, so we're going 1, 2. We're going to go right there, underneath that one, and into this one. And the reason why you do the inbound first, the outbound second, is because you try to put your spoke in this way and then lace it through all this stuff. It's a real pain in the butt. When I first started building wheels, I hadn't grasped that part first. And then after 2 wheels, I realized that, oh, there's a lot easier way to do that. So you do inbound first, outbound last, and that way you're not fighting the spokes that you've already put in. It's pretty common sense, but when you're young doing this stuff, you don't know what you don't know. That's got a couple of issues to it. It's not even. Spokes are all in there. It just isn't round. Okay, all right, so basically now I'm just going to start bringing everything up to tension. Always start, need a point of reference, so I always start at the valve hole just so that I know what's going on. So when I get to this, I know I've made one revolution. So just bringing these up to the threads. I'm just bringing up one side at a time, and then I'll do the other. Snugged up all the non-dry spokes to the threads. Now I'm going to go ahead and do it with the drive side spoke. Now it looks fairly round. It's not perfect, but we're getting there. Just need to bring it up. It's still way low on tension. So, start bringing that up. And what I do here is I'll just do a full revolution on every third spoke. What that does is that evenly tensions the spokes up as I'm working around so that I'm not trying to pull everything all at once. I'm just slowly working my way around. So basically what I'm looking at here, if you look back here, this does the side to side. And then also if you go down here, this will get your up and down. Gotcha. So that the wheel is round and true. So you can see there's just a touch, a little bit of a dance in there, but we'll get that out before we're finished. So spoke tensions still need some love, but we also need to check the dish. The dish is to make sure that your dropouts, the wheel is even, the rim is even in the dropouts with the dish for the gears. So what we're looking at is the lip on the edge right there, the flange. Just touching. Flip it over. Doing the same. Just barely touching. So the wheel is in dish. So the wheel is in really good shape. It's dished. There's just a slight little bit of a high spot there. Wheel building is one of those things where you don't want to get in a hurry. And it's also one of those things that for myself, it's therapy, because it's, you know, you have, in this case, 24 spokes, 24 nipples, a hub, a rim, and when you're done, you have a wheel. And it's just like a sense of accomplishment to do it, because there's still, now with the era of pre-built wheels that everybody's offering, you don't get the chance to build wheels as often as I used to. So I really enjoy it. So, I've been building wheels since longer than I've been in the bike industry. I've been in the bike industry almost 33 years. I've built hundreds of wheels, front wheel, back wheel, carbon wheels, you name it. And that's a service that we offer. We have the Philwood spoke cutter, which allows us to cut 13, 14, and 15 gauge spokes. So we can build wheels for road bikes, mountain bikes, e-bikes, lighter weight road wheels. 608-361-8075. That's how you can get a hold of me here at Velocity. You can message us on Facebook, Velocity Multisport and Cycling. Email velocityjvl@gmail.com. And we'll get you taken care of.